players, welcome to the channel. In this video I'm going to share one of the most useful skills for tech house or any genre basically. And if you want to make better melodies, bass lines, make sure to watch this video till the end, and let's start with the tutorial. Yeah, so what do you guys think of the track? Do you like the track? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback. And let's now start with the scale. And if you are familiar with the music theory, I think you know what scale I'm talking about. If you don't know, the scale is called phrygian or phrygian dominant, which is basically the Middle Eastern kind of sound, like Arabic, if you want to call it like that. And I really like using this scale in my tracks because I think it really describes me as a person and my personality. So I'm trying to show my personality in the tracks, like the style of tracks, the sound, the vibe, like the atmosphere. And with that scale, I'm really able to show that. And if you're also into world music, like ethnic sound, I think you'll like this scale a lot. And let's now break down the bass line first, because the bass line is really simple, guys. So if I just play the kick and the bass, as you guys can see, I'm using the C, which is the key of our track, and the bass line basically consists just of the root note, the key, and I'm just using this like here, C sharp, which is the third step in the Phrygian scale. So if I let me have the MIDI keyboard. So if I go, you kind of see, let me show you you can look here. So here's the root note. I go one semitone up, there are some variations of the Phrygian scale. So this one is more like classic, I would say, more correct, if you would call it like that. I also like using the Phrygian, and this one also works, but it's slightly different. So we go root note, one semitone, you skip two semitones and one semitone. You kind of get the idea. So, or you can go, yeah, it really depends on the context and on the vibe you want to achieve in your tracks. But in general, the whole scale is based on the semitone, like this half step. Yeah, and basically this is the scale. If you are using Ableton Live 11, there are scales here. If you click here on the MIDI clip, and if we go Phrygian, so you guys see, but for me it sounds kind of weird. I don't really like the scale, like this one. It doesn't sound like Phrygian for me, like at all. I prefer using this one, or the second one, which I've shown you. Yeah, and now let's move to the melody, and the melody is fairly simple as well, guys. So as you can see, we are using the root note, the the half step here, so there's just one semitone, and we go down 2 steps, and the A sharp is a 7th. So if I would make a chord, let's say like a minor chord, I would go like that, and the 7th, as you can see. So usually when you go down 2 semitones, and this applies to any key you can use, it usually sounds really nice. So if I would go, so this one, this note, which is the A, it sounds really nice, and I use it a lot when I'm using the Phrygian dominant scale. And you can basically use the same approach, and sometimes the more simple is your melody, the more interesting it sounds. I've talked about that on my previous Juno Deep tutorial. If you haven't watched that one, make sure to do that. I will put a link in the description, and by the end of this video you can click and watch this tutorial as well. So if you want to make better Juno Deep style melodies, this one is really good tutorial. And I've also got the second melody, and let's listen to the second one. And this one is as you guys can see. So I'm using the F and E. As you can see, guys, there are 2 semitones here. So basically what you can do, so for example, if we start from the C, you skip 2 semitones, you go up, really easy, really easy. But this is like, it's not really correct way of using Phrygian scale, but if it sounds good, why not use it? I mean, I like how it sounds. Well, if we are talking about like the more classic approach, so we have F, so this one is more classic one. And as you can see, guys, we have a 5th, we have one more 5th. So the F is the subdominant 5th, and the G is the dominant 5th. So, but both those are 5th if we start from C. And basically, this is it. This is everything you have to know if you want to use Phrygian dominant scale. And I would really recommend using a controller like a MIDI keyboard, which I have here, because you can play around with the notes, and sometimes you can go with the classic scale, like, or you can go with this one. And same with the bass, so we can add some variations. So for example, guys, let's tweak the bass a little. Maybe add some variation at the end, like here. Maybe we could do something like that, but just a bit slower. Yeah, sounds kind of cool. Yeah, it works. And from here, guys, it's completely up to you how you want to use the scale. Maybe you just want to use the semitone, because in tech house I see often that people are using the semitone, because in tech house it sounds kind of cool, because if we're talking about like deep house, maybe progressive melodic house, it's not as common as in tech house, because in tech house you want to create that tension so it sounds more interesting, let's say more interesting. I mean, yeah, sometimes you can hear the tracks which are not utilizing the one semitone thing, and they can go like C, whatever. I mean, it's up to you guys how you want to use it. That was all for today, guys. I hope that you've learned something, maybe a little bit more of music theory, and I hope you found some value in this video. And I want you to do a couple of things. Subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your feedback on this video. Maybe you have an idea about future tutorials. Maybe you want me to do something specific. And if you want me to do that, let me know in the comments below. And finally, hit that nice little bell icon so you trigger the algorithm, and this will help the channel to grow faster. And also, guys, follow me on Instagram so you don't miss any updates, any news, because I'm posting everyday stories, photos, videos, and other cool stuff. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.